Screw the casters, right?
Supermassive Blaze with a very different composition this time around.
Yeah, the desk don't get much time to talk. We don't
hear
either
anything.
because I imagine it's going to be a relatively quick pistol round. But the changes they've made, the first one I
No, the casters are always really loud and the game's quiet.
Before, so this is something that they were prepping. They were planning. They knew they were up against ACEND. They knew this is their best map. They have prepared very well for this matchup and come out with something completely different.
They're going to come in. They're coming in flooding the map with information. Russ and Turco playing.
See, I think that's the laptop. No cap. I don't think that's the stream, the little X
Already on the site here, ACEND
I almost guarantee you that's something on the laptop.
Is it?
I swear it is. There's no way the stream would be lagging that bad. It's not very consistent.
But how could it be? That's not. That's the VALORANT stream that's running.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the projection looks fine. That's your actual stream. And I'm not seeing any lag on your stream as well. I think it's literally just VALORANT.
I'm telling you, it's not.
But he finds himself all three! What a start from ACEND! He just gave them a few warning shots beforehand, Mitch.
People were saying no lag, and then some people were saying some lag.
Wow, Starzo getting her hearts jumping a little bit, but coming out with the pistol now. ACEND have that 1-0 advantage. We're starting this map out in identical form. I mean, last time around that they played this, it was 13-6.
Mainstream's lagging.
We had the pistol
There's no way.
It doesn't make sense that that would be anything to do with your stream.
No, and they're playing up against a team.
No, it does though, because my laptop is trash.
ACEND have demolished the
but why does that matter? That's just the projection. That's not even skipping. It's skipping from that. It's projecting the VALORANT stream. I don't know.
And obviously Mitch are trying to make this one at least a little bit costly.
And look at the value of ult orbs over on ACEND. They love farming up these
maps already over.
Every single player is going to be bringing value to the table.
I'm being told, yeah, it's the mainstream. They were saying the mainstream is lagging.
It might not be a showstopper or an orbital strike, but it certainly is something that can help out in making these bonus rounds.
I really don't want to change anything, so.
I wish it was just perfect without having to do anything.
What is this? Oh, look, they have the res.
I don't
like it.
Like that screen.
I think it looks kind of scuffed.
It looks a little scuffed.
It's cool that you see the res.
It reminds me of that.
Yo, look at all the vandals. Hello? Are you guys new?
I mean, I wouldn't question these guys. You're not at Berlin. They are.
And then it can be a real game changer for them.
Most definitely can. Now, I'm spotting out those Astra stars in towards mid, but they're not really slowing anything down for ACEND.
Watch this whiff.
Gaining control over hookah, and as they come up too long, they lose a player. Sure,
TPs, I'm out later. I mean, I think on land, maybe Vandals will play on land though.
Oh, that's true. I've never played on land.
Still able to keep the kills going their way.
Yeah,
Turco, caught by the flash, is going to be taken down, and now it gets dangerous, Tom. They can actually retrieve these weapons on site, and
he's going to get res with that plant.
Oh,
it's over. Save. They're already saving. They literally aren't even going for it.
Got baited in a little bit by those extra rotations, and
nah, definitely not going for it now.
Nah, that's a save. Don't go for this. You're gonna lose.
Has changed things a little bit. The perfect scenario for CNET is
probably gonna fish for a kill.
If they find one, they'll go in. If they, yeah.
Exactly, that post-plant res coming through puts ACEND way in the
I'm telling you, that stutter is on my end.
This was a bonus round, one that Supermassive Blaze wanted to get away with in relatively flawless fashion, and yet they struggled to even save a weapon.
What do?
I don't know how to fix that.
This is a guaranteed third.
I mean, do you want to use this laptop?
Yeah, big round. Again, Ultimate's playing a decent part, but it's funny. I think that the
setup
from
OBS.
Supermassive Blaze was actually very good.
You should have to set up the NDI for it.
Hear me out. What if it's the HDMI cable?
Why would it be the HDMI cable?
I don't know, because HDMI sucks.
But the close angle was actually really well played. It was just those trades from ACEND.
It is, 100%. 100% it's our laptop not getting the feed correct. I don't know why.
Why don't you just try my laptop then?
Starzo's flash coming out of hookah really just bought
I have OBS installed, you just have to set up the NDI.
Dude, the match is live.
That they could take those fights and be able to really get themselves the advantage.
I'd rather just watch this.
Oh,
I can't watch in my room now.
This is already laid down.
I can't change to my room. This is too nice.
You could try refreshing it.
Try to refresh, yeah, why not? I don't think it's...
That's so fucking cool, by the way.
Yeah. There's no way it's in person, though.
I know that there's
yeah, it's probably just
other things coming throughout the day as well, which just makes me even more excited because we've got
a
a
huge
sneak peek.
Yeah, see, I'm pretty sure it's just the laptop using the TV as a second monitor, and it's just lagging. I literally
not
just
catching the frames correctly.
I just think something is lagging because I don't know. Tech pause. Hey, so are we? We need one too. All right.
This is going to be a real tough thing for Supermassive players to
well, we tried.
Dude, we're so close. I didn't realize how close we are. Like we're within like 4 inches of each other.
Hey, everything we did last time sucked. It didn't work.
Your hands are warm.
Hey, I'm wearing a sweatshirt.
So they start to try and
feel damn good.
Leave it for now and see if it lags.
And so far, in that first buy round, we didn't really see anything from it. It didn't break ACEND's attack at all.
No, I think as well that a lot of the other choices that we've seen are players almost going back to a comfort pick. Like, is he switching back over to a jet when we know that he has played Raze on this map a couple of times? Obviously on the attack side, Raze has always been quite an...
You got farther away, I think.
So we're going to have to see how they adapt to that. I don't think we were surprised by Astra
just no,
at all. That's been something that Brave has been
just not even making a peep.
And then obviously the switch from Sky to Sova for Russ is again, Sova is a...
Actually just going to bed.
Oh, it's too early.
Is it better, chat? People?
We've seen this
team
run a
poll.
A lot in the past,
it's
like
poll going.
We'll see it on our end. If we see it on our end,
I see it right now. Those are mini stutters.
Someone taking a back seat and
what?
They're more than willing
to
switch up their roles. It's early days in this map, but
no cap.
The problem is there are not many, if any, teams.
Maybe we should change the NVIDIA and make it 59 Hz instead of 60. That sometimes is a weird issue where 60 Hz on TVs. If you set it in NVIDIA, it just like
the one thing that I'll give them is that when it comes to
always give it a shot.
Eco rounds, you don't
tend to put... Yeah, he showered or something.
No.
You didn't shower.
No, I smelled.
A lot of your rounds are going to be based around pushing up through
you for sure showered.
No, I didn't.
Anna? He didn't shower?
No.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Why didn't you start the stream and go take a shower?
Certainly a good structure for an
anti-eco.
The only problem is
relax.
They have to show us what
Second, I wanted to see the opener, and it was very disappointing.
Oh god. We're getting Fs.
Really get any room to breathe because ACEND will have built up so much economy.
Wait, we're getting Fs. Why?
I don't know. They said Fs a bunch of times, and then they said mini lag.
Oh, it's because she was messing around with the
economy is stacked.
I actually based my look off SMBs.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix that.
Yes, yeah.
What do you mean you reset the TV?
That's the wrong team.
I would
oh, 59, 55.
On SMB. Like, those guys, they've got beautiful hair. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm going to be jealous of everyone, it seems. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah, it's definitely your stream. I saw it here.
Every morning.
I don't know how to fix that. I really don't.
Yeah, I just get makeup.
Yeah, I've never seen a man get makeup on the back of his head. But the stunt you pulled
try my shit.
The color
Chris, you are freaking out, my man.
They need to get, like, you know, one of those sort of like circular paintbrushes that just goes on walls?
Oh yeah.
It will just take them
funny how we
a
didn't
lot
foresee
less
these
time.
issues.
Instead, it's just like little taps on the top of my head. We're there for at least 4
I
hours.
saw this like happening, but it always happens the first day. Because like, how are we supposed to test it?
Yeah, no.
That's impressive. Yeah, they just looked at me and said,
or just watch a stream and then record it.
Put a little bit on the eyes. Everyone will look at that.
Yeah, I'm trying to brainstorm in my head. The only thing I can think of is trying another. There's two, for some reason, on NVIDIA, there's 2 different 4K resolutions. So I could try the other one?
As we've seen, and with this tech pause coming through, I'm wondering whether that's going to put
I don't know.
It's got to be something, the connection between the TV and the... Because I'm sure that laptop can handle it fine.
No, yeah, that's what I want. Maybe it's the cable?
It just is either the cable or...
Where'd you get the HDMI cable?
Hi mate, close the
Amazon?
on the laptop. Val stream.
No, I mean, it depends what kind of cable, I guess.
It's taking way too long to get that one synced up, guys.
Imagine if you're on the other team and you're just looking at that like, really?
Yeah, we're sat here trying to
Does
think
it matter
about
the
what we
res
need
of
to
the
do. These guys are
laptop?
just trying to do a wave.
I know that sounds weird, but like since this res is literally 4K,
It could. Because
this res goes up to 1440p.
Yeah. That ban
I don't
right
know
off
if
the
that
bat was
matters or
certainly
anything,
a good decision when it came to ACEND. So now they're going to get ACEND up as a second map. One of my least favorite things to do, cast ACEND on ACEND, because it gets very confusing.
Yeah, and the thing is,
it's gonna F.
The top competition when it comes to EMEA.
What'd you try?
Their results haven't been particularly good. Like they've been playing against.
Oh, isn't this the one that's cut out though?
Took them to overtime. Solid
Is
result,
it cut?
but at the same time, you're now looking at a different.
I think it's even worse, actually.
Talk about Turkish
Okay, go back. They got a tech pause. We're
say the amount of teams.
Oh yeah, it was cut. Okay, so that one's not cut at least. Why is it doing that?
on that map are Turkish teams as well. Like, let's put it this way. Gambit, very good Ascent team. We almost mentioned that just a moment ago.
We did.
They SMB 30.
Chat, you guys are smart.
Yeah, but there's so many of them.
We're using a laptop, okay? And it's got an HDMI plugged into the TV. The TV's at 4K. Why is it lagging? Talk to me.
Maybe change the res of this.
Well, Tom, it looks like we're ready to get back into with the Turkish.
Turn the res down on the fucking TV, maybe. I feel like there's just something wrong with that massive and pristine of a TV trying to convert the image to that boy. And it's not capping the FPS.
But when you look at Supermassive Blaze and you look at what they're investing, Izzy is really gambling on himself.
Like how we're not gonna get anything out of these guys. Like they're just spamming shit.
Let's see if he's gonna get any value out of that.
Yeah, dude, get a gold HDMI.
Someone said close the laptop. As weird as that is.
I want to see the operator in hand for Izzy.
Well,
it's a complete game changer. He's someone who can get far more
nope.
aggressive when he has that weapon in hand.
Go next.
No.
The
laptop.
remainder of the players who don't
it's all good.
Bait and switch. So they'll take the
it's all good right now.
Goes in that direction. However,
we're good. All good.
Yeah, they're looking at pressure over towards the A site for now. ACEND still leaving the door open, leaving themselves a couple of
everything reset. Oh no, it's not all good.
This is just dude, it has to be
something you see all too often.
I'm still confused as to what he just did. Zeke's just gonna go blast packing.
It probably reset to the right of it.
Unfortunately, the nice little bait switch they had is instead gonna turn out from a full retake from behind with one.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh, it's not all good.
You gotta unplug it. Well, you could unplug the TV, and it'll go to the main monitor again.
Rifle to be picked up afterwards for him. They're gonna let Bone do making his way up behind while the distraction is spraying away. And here's Bone Cold farming them up. A collateral to close that.
Chat, we're having technical difficulties.
Oh no.
And it's not one of the questions that a lot of people had is,
all right,
is CNED gonna
I'll leave.
Oh fuck.
Well, he's 8-1 in the first 4 rounds, and currently with over 400 AC.
Oh
so,
no!
He's going all right. I think he might be able to cope.
Yeah, it looks like he's feeling relatively comfortable. We're not even seeing him, pull out that operator.
He's not even on his favorite agent either.
Look at the cash, man. Look how many credits are stacked up.
Well, you could technically hang out here, Mike. Well, it doesn't matter. All good. Jesus.
Where's my headset? Chat, it's not all good. Chat, it's not all good. Hold on, I don't know where my headset is.
Are you duplicating? What if you mirror, Mike?
Yeah, it's not all good. Hold on, I don't know where my headset is.
Like mirror like you would in games. Are you through NVIDIA? Hannah, do you know how to mirror through NVIDIA settings? What if you mirror? If not, I can do it.
All good. It's all good. We're just gonna watch like this for the time being.
The only thing that can potentially help Supermassive Blaze
Somebody
out,
said to close the laptop, and it all broke.
The Seekers to reveal a couple of these players.
Literally close the laptop, everything
broke. He's going to
broke.
try and use a little bit of utility to try and hold them back, but the time has been ticking, and they really haven't got much control whatsoever. The peek in is almost just the bait, as they also
this match is going to be a whoop.
I wonder if they're just going to have
but we already knew that, though.
The clock too far gone, a solid flash at least to catch off another, but Zeke is just going ham. Izzy has to try and run away to save the operator, and he should at least get one. No! Zeke actually hits that.
He even gets him in the end, man. So that's going to be the operator save. The complete punish over Supermassive Blaze's buy.
You can turn off the laptop screen so you just have one without closing it.
Up into the next round. I mean,
yeah,
but playing so far, they do not.
I think we need
to.
Is the problem.
From Supermassive Blaze. Bladestorm is online for Izzy, but other than that, I don't expect to see much committed.
No, and at the moment, it's looking pretty bleak for Supermassive Blaze. Like, this started off, as said, as the map that we firmly favor. I think that's going to be the case for the first 2 within this series. In fact, I expect to be going to a third unless ACEND really do have something up their sleeve. but it's more the mana. Like a single opening kill, an after plant, and then it really didn't look like that round was going to slip away at any point.
We had a deep flash put down towards the start of this round. Be long, getting them information, garnering them something to work with. Blade Storms being spotted. I'm surprised that they're still moving in. Izzy takes his moment to strike, and Zeke will be
There's
dropped.
a 5K, which will probably never.
They may well have stopped ACEND from going for any sort of B aggression at this point. And there's a rifle.
The laptop's HDMI port is 1.4. Then there's nothing you can do.
Hold on to that thought because ACEND are still moving up through A, and Izzy is still picking them off.
They baited out the res. It's going to be the peek in though. More than prepared, and he misses the knives. It slipped away. It was looking so good. He's just warded the 2 players. Somehow, this round keeps swinging back and forth, and they've got an aggressive position of Pora. He's so good with this Sheriff. Never missed that initial shot, and might just be able to get around the corner. He's not even going to be.
The amount of swapping through players is nauseating.
Yeah, they're trying to hunt him down.
Yeah, it's pretty quick right now, for sure.
Wall, just guaranteeing now that their back is clear, but they have to work
the warm up
on getting this Viper out of position. They don't know exactly where he is, and in fact, he's
HDMI
willing to commit the ultimate and let it just die
handle
down, holding the positions to stop them from planting. And with 20 seconds left, they need to make a move. Killez now low, 1 hit from
you need
the
an
Sheriff,
HDMI
and
2.0
be
cable
able to take the first, possibly even the second. 13 seconds as the final shot rings out. Supermassive Blaze are on the board.
A beautiful round from them, especially like the Blade Storm initially.
Yeah, I feel like someone said HDMI on laptops isn't so good. I feel like that's true.
With the Sheriff, and the thing is, when they were walking around that corner, I was 100% confident he was at least going to get one. This man with the pistol is just unbelievable. Even ends up missing the first player, but I also like the fact that he just uses the ultimate just to run away because he covers himself and then just goes.
Like,
it's not something that you'd normally see a player do because he basically just wasted an ult just to escape, but it's worth it in that scenario to stay.
You don't need a specific cable, you need a device's HDMI port to support the newer spec. Oh, so you're saying I'd have to look at my laptop and figure out if it's an HDMI 2.0 port?
ACEND really want to put some pressure towards Supermassive Blaze's A defense, and you can see the utility that's being put out on the other side. You've had Astra Stars used up, a drone making its way in towards back.
That's a good point. Someone said, why don't you have a PC for your TV? That would be the smartest. But we thought we could get away with a laptop. You know, laptops is easier.
Look at where CNET is. The man is in their spawn watching for flanks. The timing not quite working out from Izzy.
The model of your laptop will search it for you? Oh, that's a great question.
That he's garnered allows for the rotate. The 4-man stack on this A site as they push through, and Zeke is up with the showstopper to take down the first. The trades come in thick and fast, and that will be an easy A site. At least you would imagine.
Turco, I don't know how he gets anything done from this scenario. He needs to catch someone on the fadeaway, and well, that's exactly what he does. This actually starts the rotation, but I think they're expecting Izzy to be coming in from behind. Multiple players already retaking that control. If he can kill off Viper, maybe he can at least remove that utility, and hits the pixel shot to turn it into a 2v2.
Absolutely massive. Post plant no longer to be played with, but unfortunately Turco falls. He really needed a pick in that situation. Now, all that's left to do is to save yet again for Izzy. That operator too valuable to throw away on a 1v2 with such limited time. And we will see another round for ACEND. They have bounced right back. In fact, it looks like they're even trying to hunt him down, but not going the right way.
Yeah, I think there needs to be a change on this A site. Like that is now every single time.
It says I have HDMI 2.0, I think, if this is the laptop.
They pushed him all the way up. He had the control, watching for any sort of rotation. They put every other player at least either in a rotational spot or on the site itself.
Could it be the cable?
And they still lose pretty much every single duel. Like, I think Pora is the only person to get a kill in this execution. That's really surprising, considering ACEND basically walked straight into the trap.
It might be better.
There's so many factors for ACEND there that made that execute into a 4-man stack look so good. The wall that they put down to allow a player to peek on top of the box as they swing around. The Viper wall that they had alongside that, as well as the smoke in heaven, means Izzy couldn't really get the aggressive picks he might have wanted. This time around, that's not the case. He tries to take the boom bot and legs up bone cold. Good damage done, but Supermassive Blaze now have to make it work in a 4v4. Their star player of Izzy, their big fragger, no longer with them.
Yeah, and he, well, you've got a couple of players with a few weaker weapons into this round. Now, in the last ACEND basically committed a lot of their valuable ultimates. So we're still in a spot where realistically a Hunter's Fury could be put into play just to get this one over the line.
Gotta turn off hardware acceleration on Chrome.
Problem though, and again, this is what ACEND have actually done so
well.
About that. They've
might help.
Down. They've not been over-aggressive. They've not tried to play off a lot of those opening picks that they've been finding. They're just ready for their opponents to try and get a little bit more aggressive and try and catch them with their pants down. Yeah,
that's exactly what they're trying to do. You saw that flash play picking up the poison orb, but okay, they have the wall. The wall is going up to allow them to back out. Stars are going to tank a little bit of this snake bite.
Is he going to try timing them? Nah, he's going to wait.
Long. We're going to get a full execute out of this. Smoke's coming down. Orb taking good molly. Good slow. Poor is in trouble. He tries to get out of the corner, but there's nowhere to run. Seekers confirm they're all here. Good flash, but the follow-up from Bone Cold. He keeps on connecting on 2 HP. The man has survived, and the 2v2 commences. Ascend still looking to get that plant in play.
I'm surprised.
Wonder where he shoots these darts. Or are they just going to fast retake?
But the fact is, one of the players was actually stuck. Brave, though, has come through. To this man once again. CNED to try and clutch it up, but it'll be Rust to take it away. A big round from Supermassive Blaze. Again, an investment of multiple ultimates, but at least they got a second round on the board.
Well, that's it. They're grinding these rounds out. It's feeling very reminiscent of the previous game. Just a consistent string of rounds for Ascend, with Supermassive Blaze every now and then picking up their one, but they're in close fashion. They're in these 2v2s where combined, I think Ascend had like 75 HP, and they only barely get it across the line. I think CNED being up on top for 1 second extra, and that's a round loss. These are not the way this is
so weird seeing the res like this. I don't like it.
Well, the Red Bull clutches. That's not what you really want to be seeing. So I am a little bit worried still for the side of Supermassive Blaze, because again they're going to come in with some weaker weaponry. Again, we're going to see multiple ultimates. Like Bone Cold has now got another orbital strike to try and give them an opening on this map especially. Well, you can clear out so many angles. Izzy's just trapped. He either has to die or back away, and well, he's going to choose the latter, surprisingly.
Oh, that was through the smoke. Zeke up on top, takes down Turco. Russ is trying to recover, but he can only get the first. This is looking very shaky for Supermassive Blaze, and another response from Ascend. The res comes in.
Dude, how do people still not know the spam in 2021? That's crazy. Me and Justin literally made it for you guys. We made it for you guys like ages ago. Go learn it.
Sitting in their favor with Brave. Sat down on a Spectre. Nice kill by Izzy.
If that could make the difference. This was looking almost like, well, a definite set. Like, going for this just seemed impossible.
Hannah made it 1080p on the TV.
Okay.
So we might just do that.
Already, but they haven't cleared Zeke from the angle. The paint
I think the 4K might be messing it up for some
hitting
reason.
every shot he can, but they just don't have the time. And it just seems like whenever there's an opportunity for Supermassive Blaze to finally get themselves a couple of rounds in a row, ultimates are there for Ascend to just win it for them.
Now, I'm really curious coming into this round now for Supermassive Blaze. How do they commit the Viper's Pit? They're going to start out with that available, and to be honest, it's one of the things that I would look at as being a difference maker in helping them.
Why are they using Vandals? I don't know.
They have not been able to hold on to control. You saw
on hand, maybe?
Oh, he was flash.
Maybe it feels better.
You saw just
might actually feel better. My red's better. I don't know.
They managed to pick this team apart, a team that was in a 5 versus 3 with the spike planted, and they only got out with 1 player alive. That is huge for Supermassive Blaze. The problem is, they need to do that earlier.
Yeah, and they need to do it when it's not going to obliterate their own economy as well. When they're in a spot now where one of their players has a pistol, another still has the SMG from the previous round, and on the other side, full buy.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely not the ideal scenario. I'm surprised we still don't see Viper's Pit committed. They're actually looking to fight Hookah instead. And we've seen this again and again from Pora and Turco. So far, though, whenever they've gone for it, there's been no one around. And it's the same thing this time. Ascend avoiding all those early flashes, avoiding the early utility, and just playing such a slow game.
Okay, you finally get it put down.
There we
go. It's
go.
going to be onto the B site. Now, I will say that in a lot of the rounds, I think we've seen the vulnerabilities when it comes to A. A lot of the closer rounds have ended up on this B site. Izzy not going to be able to connect. I would have expected.
Somehow I'm more tired on my computer than I am on the couch.
I expect him to get.
How does that work?
Yeah, good position to counter the A execute we'd seen before.
That's
And
a
the
kill.
wall is down, but it is in fact a B
First
play.
kill?
Oh, the fire is down on the site. The wall bang is good. Pora fighting from inside his Viper's Pit. He wants to stop them from getting onto the site. He's good for 2, but that's all he can do. The shutdown of
The lurk got
CNED
lurked on.
makes this a little bit more doable, though, with Zeke and Killes trying to get it done.
they've locked down the spawn, and especially when it's Izzy trying to come through it. Like, you telling me he's gonna run through the Viper's pit with an op? Like that's a horrible spot to be in. I feel like Russ has to do everything, and he's gonna just take so much damage. He runs into the snake bite. Now, sure, he doesn't actually have 1 HP, but he almost has to try and find the player within this ultimate. And Russ, as said, he needs to do a lot, and that is the ult down.
That's going to be Zeke, stuck in the corner. The reveal won't quite catch him, but the fight, it gives away his position. He has to run down the clock. The operator swinging in to take him down. Zeke is trying to avoid it, jumping up and down, and it actually works. Although the shot comes in from Izzy, the time is far too low. Ascend are up to 8.
He's an absolute rat. That's one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen anyone do. It's like, oh, you want to hit me with the op? I'll just jump up and down. So there's nothing for you to see anymore. Red Bull clutch coming through again. We've had a few of those back to back, and I have to say, Zeke has been at the heart of pretty much all of them. The man is on fire today. He's one of those players that we saw come in, for people who don't know, as a swap deal. Like, it was like, okay, you get to have Zeke, we'll take your in-game leader. We'll take Coder Mentor away to G2. And this man, like, we'll see how G2 do in this tournament. I think that'll be the true test of both of these rosters. But this man has made Ascend look so much better than they ever did.
We're gonna get a showstopper right off the
rip. He almost went to the TP. Maybe he should have.
Pistols and a single operator. And the shot's not going to land. Zeke falls. Showstopper finds nothing, and now Ascend quickly turn tail towards the B site. They realize
that's gonna be a 10-2. Well, they could get eco'd again,
so
dude. If they, that's like actually more of a tilter for the team that's winning the ecos than the team that's losing them. If you win 2 ecos and you're still down this bad, that hurts.
Okay,
you know,
in play is just not going to be worth it. They already had the.
I don't know if they're going to win this round. They're probably not going to, because they have the right read right now, but
no one here. They have all left. They've taken a big risk on the gamble rotation, and it's not gone great.
It's the pack mentality, right? When you've got these weapons, these pistols around an operator, you want to just move together as a unit. And Ascend have read that perfectly. Bone Cold, the lurking IGL, starts to feel it out and see, hey, you know what? These guys, they fully rotated. They've left the site. Let's try. This is our best chance to get the round. But they still have a lot to play against. You have an operator. You have a Vandal on the other side.
Going for
and
it.
Supermassive Blaze even go in and pop that Blade Storm. Yep. Is he giving the op to Turco? But can't get out. A wall, a gap.
They forgot the wall was there? They didn't hear it? They probably, yeah, I mean,
left alone.
They probably didn't hear it.
Chance and opportunity for Supermassive Blaze, but again, Ascend step it up to claim a 9th.
Oh, that's so heartbreaking. The worst thing about that is as well, I can almost guarantee this. Cena did not mean to leave that gap in the wall.
Probably not.
Absolutely
nope.
not. There's no way. But this is the difference between a lot of teams and Ascend. They make a mistake by not placing the wall that blocks everything off.
I don't want to see that replay ever again.
They adapt, and that's one of the things I can tell you, watching that, I've seen it. I'm thinking back to like Alliance versus BDS, and I saw so many things that were
they didn't hear the wall probably
on the other side, but they would then go, oh, okay, I kind of messed this up.
Land's kind of Land's challenging.
And
it really is.
Are one of the best teams in the world at making that happen. This
and
time,
hearing and seeing sometimes,
and thinking. And Izzy's able to claim the first before going down. Turco with a huge whiff, and that could cost them massively. Hunter's Fury connecting quite
10-2, all good.
But
It'll be a 13-2. We'll be over
it's going to have to be a retake with a man disadvantage.
I'm not too much of a believer in these at this stage. The Cosmic Divide has been in for an incredibly long time, but will it... Oh, okay. Starzo's just got walking across. He's been caught. It gave them something, but the rest of the players are a little bit far behind. Brave almost going in solo, and it still puts them with a disadvantage on this retake. Poor, he's been one of the shining lights so far. A second kill to give them a chance, but it's the 1 versus 1. It needs to be Russ. Normally so good.
That sucks, man. Why did he do that earlier? Or wait, he was waiting probably, yeah? Waiting for the cooldown? He had to have been. He had to have been waiting for the cooldown. All right, 13-2, all good.
And so far, Tom, I think it's fair to say it has not worked out. 2 rounds at the halftime. This is going to be incredibly tough for them as they try to now make it work on the attack. Maybe we'll see something from their Sova Sky comp. Maybe we'll see them unlock their true potential. But so far, it's leaving a lot to be desired.
Yeah, luckily for us, though, Mitch, I've heard that there's a genius, like a legend of the scene, who is waiting around to give us a little bit more context. So if that's available to us, I don't know, should we give it over?
Well, you know what? Why not? We've got Bala, over on the Ivy as he's ready to give us some beautiful rundowns. Let's see what he's got for us.
Oh, guys, I got plenty. This is ridiculous. I don't know how we're starting here. This is probably the scariest start to a tournament for, you know, anybody who's looking to actually make a run here, because Ascend looks dominant and all their players are firing on all cylinders for this first half. Let's take a look at the pistol. We're going to hop into Telestration on the minimap because they have 3 different Viper walls. You can see I labeled this Ascend's Viper walls. 3 different Viper walls. The first one is actually uncommon. It goes right across the site. That allows them to get through into the cubby and through out of bathroom as well. And that forces players to actually try to play in front down the line. But the other ones, the common ones, you go across lamps, that's actually a circle. We got the one that goes across lamps, and then the other one that they use like that. So let's go ahead and roll the clip and talk about basically how they control this. CNED grabs the orb in bathroom all the way back here in the beginning of the round, and that's important. Starkso is going to plant the spike all the way back there as well, and they get the wall out, the sage wall perfectly across, and Zeke's watching the flank, Keyless as well. Really, they have nothing to do because they all stayed behind this Viper wall, behind the entire thing, so they have to push through at a certain time, and then eventually you see Russ is trying to push through in the middle of that site, and there's the sage wall blocking him. Brave doesn't know what to do with his Asher smokes. They don't know where the spike is, and that's when this happens from Starkso all the way back at the pistol round. You guys saw this, and you were already like, hold on a second. He just went through that smoke and then popped a couple with his classic. That is ridiculous, and we'll see how that actually conditions them when we go back to the map in the second round. Let's go ahead and get to the second clip because it's a different type of situation here. They're playing actually over towards the B site, and this is the third round. They've sent this wall again.
Why are they showing this? I mean,
how the opposing team is
I don't know,
this. Let me get
because
my free hand. You can go
there's
ahead and
like
roll
that
the clip.
3-minute halftime thing that they do. So it's not particularly bad. Like at least you're getting some sort of content.
Who gets 1 kill onto Bone Cold,
I guess.
He falls all the way back into that teleport.
Like usually you get 3 minutes of music and then the game would start again.
Forces the 3 versus 2, and they jump out trade perfectly. Starkso on the site, he gets 1 kill. CNED gets another. He gets the orb, and he already has his ult. This is unbelievable from CNED. We'll continue to watch this because this is ridiculous. The eco frags that he got the round before, and then the rounds that they continue on with different Viper walls that really forces them. The wall comes up, the res comes in, and the round is basically locked up. We'll continue to see this on Bind because this is seriously a very, very important theme that we'll see with Ascend's Bind and also Sentinel. So in this second half, we'll see if SMB can contend, but I don't think so, boys.
I like that. You see that at the end? And also Sentinels, by the way. Just see, he had to put that in. He had to, yeah. Some NA team, it doesn't matter. We're here to see the real champions.
Enough
We're going to go back.
Enough. We don't need any more Barlow. We need more game. There's
more
a second
game.
half, guys.
Exactly.
Come on. We can't give him all the limelight. Like, a beautiful man, but we want to get back into what matters.
Exactly. Caster, start game. We'll be doing that in about 18 seconds. It's 10-2 at the halftime, and Ascend have been looking incredible on their attack. Now they swap over to the defense. Let's keep in mind as well, Supermassive Blaze opted to start in that defense. They made a lot of changes to their composition. And like we said, they ain't really seen a lot from it so far.
Maybe it's pretty good on the attack, you know. This is given the benefit of the doubt. Got to be a little bit hopeful in these sort of scenarios. A lot of aggression again. This is something that we're going to see an awful lot when it comes to this side of.
That was a well-timed nade.
Looking almost to back.
I wonder if they timed that nade on purpose with the dog.
Of course, they've got their own
I think they felt that the hit was coming. They heard the dog running through hookah. They heard it through the raise nade, stalled it ever so slightly. Because if they went in with the timing of that dog, that would have been rough.
Paced pretty
like
quickly
actually,
from what we've seen so far. Supermassive Blaze,
that dog would have hit them in the back as they're trying to hold the guard.
Like that nade coming down on long, but they will still ultimately look to finish on the B side. There is a 3-man stack here and a nasty close position by Starzo. He's going to flash out and confirm.
Oh, they didn't get any info with that. Oh no!
On his teammate. Oh, never mind. He's getting pushed on.
Nice.
Four is already in. He's taken down 2.
Nice.
Side goes his way as
all right,
well.
We got ourselves a game here. Well, still 10-3, but
if they're to have any shot of taking this map and making
it'll get closer.
It'll
get closer.
And now they're in a 4v2 that they surely can't lose.
Obviously a Turco out. I don't think it's going to matter too much, though. Only 1 man standing, and CNED will fall. And it almost seems like one of those IGL situations where Poro's just gone, fine. I'll do it myself. Yeah. It just goes straight through. It just kills everyone. A sick pistol from him. I will say the pop flash coming out from Turco was just on point. Like, there was no chance for Starzo to get
that guy was way too tucked, but I think he was just placing his smoke. I think he kind of got caught in some timing.
I don't think Turco's look particularly comfortable on this agent. Like, he's normally someone, Mitch, who puts up insane numbers, especially on his save.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, we said it before we started. You were saying it, Thomas. This is the first time ever playing this agent in an official game. I
hope that's right.
Tom said it, so come after
it. It must be.
When it comes to ACEND right now, they've got 10 rounds. They're not going to be too worried. This should be an
the couch stream was definitely comfortable.
For the Supermassive Blaze side.
I think they're still trying to fix it. I don't know. But damn, it was comfy.
Traded out nicely right afterwards, and well, Supermassive Blaze don't really want to lose any more bodies in this.
Yeah, they definitely don't want to have too much cost when it comes to their bonus round, especially when you consider that there really isn't much invested into this at all. Still fairly tentative from Supermassive Blaze. They've won the early duels. They don't really need to take too many risks, and I think the only way that they make some serious mistakes is just by not checking their corners, which, you know what, after killing that many players, I don't know if they'll necessarily expect killers to be here. That flash, however, gives the game away.
I like the little Starzo getting a taste of his own medicine, really, right? We saw in round 3 the same thing happened to him that he inflicted on Supermassive Blaze when he flashed out, and they managed to make it work with the weaker weapons, and now he's really starting to feel like, really starting to get a taste of what it's like to play against these Sky players when they're flashing through your smokes. You're never safe.
Yeah, for sure. I think Starzo as well has been.
You need a tiny ITX PC there.
I think I've enjoyed.
Yeah, we have a little computer somewhere.
Especially from EMEA, I think you can put people like.
You're right. I think laptop could just have those moments of scuffness for sure.
Of Soulcast playing that agent, but I also really enjoy watching Ethan play it. So I'm hoping that we might get some sort of matchup later on in the tournament. Of course, that does revolve around certain teams qualifying to the next stage. So especially within Group A,
I really do think the cable did not.
Yeah, there's always going to be. Players that we want to see,
cable
but
was
you don't know. No, if you ever get to see that head-to-head. At the mercy of the tournament format for that one. Now we're at 10-4. Supermassive Blaze winning the pistol, winning the second, but now look at how seriously they're taking this round. They've got their 2 Vandals to play with. ACEND win the early duel with Bora going down. The pressure being applied through middle. The spray for Zeke doesn't actually land, but the trade is quickly found. ACEND maintaining their man advantage. Killaz is going to give up a lot of control, and as that wolf goes in, the Tiger is returned on the other side. Brave desperately wants to get this done up close. The Spectre in place, but now he's
what a
into
Chad. Oh my god.
Up as
what a Chad.
A 4 versus 2, in fact, emerges. CNET on 8 HP yet again. The man is not having a good time when it comes to being tagged up, but it looks like they are making quick work of this low buy round.
Not overfacing, a few low players as well on the other side. I think even
if I understand.
For Supermassive Blaze would be good.
He had those.
Okay. Not sure that flash went exactly to plan. Just popped in his teammates' face.
Here they come. Here they come.
Died.
Oh, goodness.
They're rallying through. This is going to be a team TP. They're dropping pistols in just to let them know we're on our way, buddy. There's a couple of us who want to say hi to you, and a flash comes in first. Still, though, they haven't followed through. They're waiting. A second flash perhaps being primed.
Well, now he's waited.
He's giving him a vandal. He's throwing. They're giving him 2.
Oh,
hey, buddy,
that makes sense. They have all the guns
left.
there.
We'll come and knife you. What is this?
They 100% don't know that he has an SMG. There is no way they know he has an SMG because they've just given him a rifle upgrade.
That's BM. That's BM right there.
He's just gonna get an upgrade.
Oh my god, I've never seen someone ego so much. Hey, buddy, you want to save? Don't save a Spectre. Take our Vandal. It's 11-4. We don't give a damn. That's ACEND for you. They're already bringing their personality.
No way
They're letting them know. That's one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. Oh my.
Mitch's dream, just Reaver Vandals coming through the teleport. Like, please give me one.
Are there any Riot gun buddies on them?
I don't know. I do know a man to ask though.
Don't start. Don't start. It's 11-4 right now. ACEND bounced right back, but Supermassive Blaze did keep their economy relatively in check. One player can't buy, but it's Izzy. And of course, you already heard. He doesn't want any people in his way. He called it out right at the start. Blade Storm's online.
Already though, an early lockdown of the hookah position.
That just shows you how comfortable they are right now. Like honestly, they have a huge lead. They're messing around. They're having good vibes. Like that's dangerous. That's dangerous when you're going up against a team like that.
To back off, and CNED. Well, he's going hunting. He's facing into Brave.
CNED was feeling himself.
On their side, but he gets the close range.
Maybe they were feeling themselves a little too hard.
He was expecting them to be slightly
I don't know what he was doing.
Even at their torso as they came around. It's going to be a bit of an awkward position for Starzo. The flash lands, but none of the bullets do. And Ascend, you might not think it, but they're on
Alright, you guys need to slow down. You guys need to relax for a second. You guys are feeling yourselves too hard. Okay?
With these 2 players left.
Still, you should still try to win.
And they will be looking to save, maybe find some exits along the way.
Yeah, I'm still looking at the HP as well. They are being healed up, but there was about 4 players around 20 to 50 HP.
That's karma right there, for sure.
It was a little bit closer for SM, but yeah, big fight back for Supermassive Blaze, winning those opponents, expecting the aggression of their opponents, and I don't think the credits are going to be in the greatest spots for SM in the next round. So we are going to witness them try and save some of that extra weaponry. One of them being a judge, though, so, well, I guess if he's going to play Hookah in the next round, it's not too much of a problem.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, Zeke is going to be more than comfortable working with that. He might even try to make a quick play to the B side after the spike shrinks back up, but I don't think he's going to get close enough to gain anything. There you go. He's going to be... Oh, no. They don't even... Yeah, he knew it was too far away. It's all good. 11-5. Look, Supermassive Blaze definitely not back on the board yet, but there could come a time where Ascend will regret throwing those Vandals through the teleporter.
Yeah, for sure. I won't say it was necessarily the difference maker in this round, but a nigh on flawless round coming through from Supermassive Blaze. So they're going to be in a very good spot financially for this one. They can get those few extra upgrades they need. Of course, Izzy not actually having a gun in the last spot, but if they can win this round, then yeah, they're going to be able to at least have a chance to fight this one back. Of course, there's always going to be a play being made. The res, oh, it's going to be a line, but he might need to bring himself back. Never mind. CNED, while dodging every single bullet, has found one through the smoke. Bear in mind, he's using a Vandal, so they know where he is.
Oh,
Prime wall.
He's got a second as well. He lit Brave down to 40 health, stripping him of his armor, and CNED still looking to go forward. 15 health off him, no armor to play with, no shields whatsoever, but he does not give a damn. Now here comes the Viper Orb. It's going to be blocking off any sort of impact from Bone Cold. Starzo spraying it. Oh, Bone Cold, he's walking into it, and that gives him away. Pora's going to just hunt him down right afterwards, tickles him up, but somehow doesn't take it down.
No.
And Bone Cold wins that fight. Low on HP.
He had such space there to catch him.
Supermassive Blaze are finding it hard to get any ground. Eventually, CNED will fall, but there is so much left to do.
I've been gobsmacked by pretty much every single kill Ascend has got in this round. 2 of them, 1 player spraying against 4 through smoke, and then the other is just a battle that I would have bet a lot on Pora winning that one. Instead, they're going to try to go for the rotation, and although there's currently nobody in the area other than Zeke, who's a little bit further behind, it's still going to be a real issue for them. The rotation already coming in. I think the teleporter actually ended up as a bit more of a burden than anything else, but they might not expect 2 players, and I don't think it's going to matter. Zeke will close it out using the shotgun to his advantage, and Ascend are 1 round away from taking their map.
Ascend reaching 12. I mean, this... I can't say it's a surprising scenario. It really isn't. Last time we saw these teams play...
How?
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Last time we saw these teams play, we ended up in a position where Ascend took the first map pretty easily, but then they didn't look comfortable on Split. Now the difference is they don't have Split up next. Supermassive Blaze won't have as easy of a time necessarily when they move to map number 2. At the same time, you heard from Kukuka earlier, there are a couple of weaknesses there for Ascend when it comes to Ascend. And I think in particular, looking at their games versus Illuminar, G2, these are teams that, playstyle-wise, I can definitely see Supermassive Blaze replicating.
Yeah, I think as well that Supermassive Blaze are going to be fine going into that map. I would say it's their best map.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Realistically, they're going to be incredibly
confident. Oh my god, dude.
They're just fighting.
He's doing this by himself. Oh my god!
He's just hitting every
Normally you have some support from your team.
Online. He can now deny them any
what in the world?
To go for this quicker push.
That's
exactly what he's going to do. They've been forced out of position. The spam will get 2 from Starzo. This map is done. Russ needs to clutch out a 1
I mean, this is kind of what we expected, though.
Nice orbital strike pushes them out of position. They spam them up. Nothing you can do about that one. Russ
it's only first map, though. It's only first map. It's only first map.
recon into the smoke. But here's the flash. No peek after. Starzo's gonna wait and walk on through the smoke. Getting himself around the edge.
I think it's fixed.
Oh, Russ was ready for it, but it didn't matter.